So if you go to KK Songs, today we do English. Hoy día inglés, pensando mañana, Radhika puede presentar en clase en inglés. Abajo, yo puedo presentar en clase español alto. Maybe tomorrow you can give class here English, very well, and I can give a Spanish class up in the attic. Okay. So then, if we go to KK Songs, and you look for the song with the name Shudra Bhakata, Suddha, Suddha, Suddha Bhakata Charana Renu, by Bhaktivinoda Thakur from Sharanagati. So KK Songs, and then the song, first line, Shuddha. Many songs with S. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. You have it? Okay. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula Shuddha Bhakata Charana Anukula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula Madhava Tate Bhakata Janani Jekani Palana Kori Madhavati Bhakti Janani Palana Krishna Basati Bosati Boli Paramadare Boli Krishna Vasati Vasati Parama. If you make it horizontal, you can expand it. Yeah. Okay. Agora Amara Jesa Bestane Ora Lo Brahmana Rande Saisabastana Haribo Ami Tanai Bhakati Sande Mridanga Bhadya Shunite Mana Abasara Sadadate Bhita Kirtana Shuni Anande Hedoyanate Kirtana Shuni Yugala Murti Dekiya Mora Parama Ananda Hoya Yugala Murti Dekiya Prasada Seva Korite Hoya Sakala Prapancha Jaya Prasada Seva Korite Hoya Prapancha Jaya Jai Dina Griha Bhajana Deki Grihete Goloko Baya Carana se dudekiya ganga sukasa simma paya. Tula se deki jorayo prama madhava krishna nidari. Gora priya shaka sevane jivane sartakamani. Krishna Bhakati Dainoda Krishna Bhajane Anukula Paya Jaya Bhajane Rapi Dibase Paramasuke Sukara Poro Zetan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, translation.
As the dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion.
So how many are there?
3.
What are the 3?
The dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees.
Okay.
Enthusiastic devotional service.
Utsahan.
Yes, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order.
Oh, okay. So dust, what's the first one is dust?
Yeah, dust.
It is Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, Bhagavata Gita. This is our philosophy. We believe in God. we believe in Guru. We believe in Vaishnava. So we believe in the association of devotees, pure devotees, following the principles. Utsahan, enthusiastic devotional service. And then gurus, right? So similar principles. Yeah. So we accept saints, we accept the association of devotees, we accept, what is it here? Devotional service. No, enthusiastic devotional service. Chanting Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah. One time we did a program in Peru. Part of our Neos work there was a topic. But there was a Sufi guy there, Peruvian Sufi guy. And he was pretty good. He knew his philosophy and culture very well. And so it came time for questions. I asked him, how important is association with, saintly people, in your tradition, And he was a little shocked because it was right at the essence of his presentation, and it was like such, it was this elevated question. Well, wow, that's a good question. He was like being like little like what's sincere and saying like he said in Sufi tradition, you advance on 2 legs, the mercy of God and the association of devotees. Nice, like that. Mercy of God and the association of devotees. So many times I hear Sufi, very nice, educated Sufi people. They're very easy to cooperate with them. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first one. The dust of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and devotional service to devotees of the highest order. Number 2, you can read there. Can you read that? Number 2.
The holy days like Ekadasi and Janmashtami are the mother of devotion for those devotees who respect them. Let the holy place of Krishna's pastimes be my place of worship and bless me.
Okay, and listen. So then, first off, we have association. Okay, then we get a calendar. This is who, when, this Purusha, Kala, Desha, Patra. You always say Kala, Desha, Patra, right? English? Yeah. If you're a journalist, you have the first thing you write is called a lead paragraph. You learn to write that. It's supposed to answer all these questions. Who, when, where, what. Okay. So a seat for you. Who, when, where, what. Who, when, where, what, how. Hindi mein?
कौन, कब, कहाँ, कहाँ, क्या, कैसे.
Yeah, you see all interrogatories. If you learn these on our monkey Anjana Suddha Academy, monkey business education, Tom Brown's University, the first thing you learn in any language is how to say me Tarzan, you Jane, him Cheetah. Okay. Me Tarzan, who, tum Jane ho, ve Cheetah hey. Is that correct? Okay, we got that down. Me Tarzan, you Jane, him Cheetah. Okay. The next thing is the interrogatories. Yeah. You notice in English, you all began basically with W. Who is, when is, where is, why is, how is. Yeah. And in Spanish, quién es, cuándo es, when is, where, dónde es, qué es, what is, like that. So interrogatories are very common. Now in sign language, it is who is, the clock, when is, who, when, where is, see else, what is, and how is. No, why is, that's why is. But how is this? How is this? Yeah. Practicing. Okay. One of our, actually she was issued by Renu Kumar, Daya Devi Dasi. Her mother had measles when she was in utero, and so she was born deaf, Yeah, it's common. And so a very nice person. She became a devotee. And she said she could experience the kirtan through her feet. And then the way we're chanting, I realizing, the kirtan, the drum is bouncing and stuff, But she was doing 16 rounds a day, Yeah, and then she went with devotees to India, and devotees in the Bombay temple there, like after the morning program and people talking and stuff, she looked over and she kind of disappeared, and the devotees looked over and she was over with about 5 Indian ladies, like carrying on, And she came back and said about at least 80% was the same as American Sign Language, at least 80% more. So I would like to develop Anjana Suddha Academy, the learning grounds, basic sign language course for ISKCON devotees, right? How's it go? Where is okay? Actually, it would be P. This is P. This is P. Krishna Prema. Yeah, so it would be. No, I guess it would. P food. Where is? That's how you do it. Yeah, stuff. So prasadam food. Where is it? That. Okay. So basically, because you always end up meeting devotees all over the place festivals. You can't talk with them and stuff. You learn into sign language. The American Plains Indians had different languages, but they had a common sign language. Yeah. Chinese people, they have different ways of speaking, but they all use the same ideograms. Is that a accepted way of saying it? They haven't changed it to something else. Ideograms. No. Yeah. Okay. They would just draw them on their hand. House, train, like that and stuff. So it's common. People reduced down to sign language. Okay. So anyway, we're talking about it for some reason. Well, we come to our calendar then. Okay. So who is association? Now we're at when is. Okay. The holy days like Ekadasi, okay, and Janmashtami. And we're kind of talking about this, realizing this, that this, I've heard Prabhupada said, if you can organize a festival every day, I can give you a reason. Right? Vaishnava culture is so full that there's every day, like we're seeing. Okay, then we observe Ram Navami. Yeah, I mean, again, it comes around once a year, and Ram is an incarnation. Why did Ram incarnate? What does Hanuman say in his prayers? We were studying those.
To show how to be an ideal king.
The first thing he says, you incarnated to do some pleasing work for the demigods, which is pretty common. Kind of Kunti is asking this, why do you appear, and these kind of things. Okay. So anyway, okay, but you also came to teach ideal grihastha life. Ideal grihastha life, which involves, of course, the Raja Dharma of being a king, because if people aren't married, if nobody's married, you don't need a king, right? Just that, everybody's. That's all the problems are created when you start getting married and all these kind of things and stuff. Basically, the whole Varnashram system is to regulate two things, sex and money. That's it. That's it. And as soon as those two things are regulated, then society is, it's 90% peaceful. One time, people wanted to have discussions, because whatever, consultations in Buenos Aires. So I was there with Mother Morty, very senior devotee there. And actually, when she was younger, maybe a girl or something, the current pope was her village, not village, what do you call it, neighborhood priest. So she still writes to him from time to time, and he answers, And of course, she's Hare Krishna and stuff. And so, this is why we have our talking about one day ho, and it's the guy Francis Clooney and Pope Francis. So we have we can have to talk about this, how to get a hold of people and talk with them and communicate. And then what's the next thing? When? Okay. Yeah, making a calendar. Chanika Pandit says one is good for puja or meditation. You do by yourself, you do your puja, you do contemplation, your japa. 2 is good for study. You get a study partner. My experience, it's more important to have a study partner than it is to have a teacher. They're both important, but if you got a study partner, you should carry together, and you can go ask people questions. And 3 is good for music. Yeah, music, you got to have meter, timing and stuff, because now you got to coordinate 3 people, so you all got to have some kind of like rhythm and stuff like that, tonality and stuff. You see, meter and tonality, those things, raga and tala. Yeah, then then 2 people can work together. 4 is good for travel. 2 people guard the luggage while the 2 people go and buy the tickets. It's like that. And also, go crazy talking to the same person all the time. And for making war, as many as you can get. It's a very, very practical guy, Chanika Pandit.